one. Sticky quality number 3 is step into the calling. Oh, man. This one's going to be a barn burner for us, and it's going to have a little bit of fun attached to it along the way, I promise. How many of you have ever been a part of a youth group? This typically happened in a youth group, but you could have had an office exercise for team building. How many of you have ever seen or been a part of a trust fall before? Raise your hand, a trust fall. That's probably about half the room, and maybe there's a few of you who are like, I choose to not remember this. If you're not familiar with the trust fall, what ends up happening in the trust fall is that someone will get on a ledge, kind of like I'm on this platform. They'll turn around on the ledge, and there will be about 3 to 5 people on each side on the lower portion of the floor. And these people, they have one job, and that's to stick their arms out like this, and they kind of go, if you look at the picture, they're kind of just, like Jenga, sticking them in there, right? And they say this little rigmarole in the beginning where they say, I'm ready to fall. And then the group says, we're ready. And they say, fall. And he says, falling out loud, right? And then the person on the ledge begins to go backwards, much like you see in this picture. And they are completely dependent on the people who are standing there with their arms open to catch them. How many of you would be excited about doing that right now? I mean, some of you would be excited about being the catcher if I was here, right? Because then you could let me, yeah. You're like, yeah. We all love being on the ground where you don't have a lot of risk, and if something goes wrong, it's really no skin off our back, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But it's very difficult to get on the ledge and to be the one falling. Yet, this is what God has called his church to be the people on the ledge who are constantly trusting him. Now, this is not pretty. It doesn't always go well. I remember one time in youth group, we were out at a camp, and this camp leader, he was, trust fall expert extraordinaire. He was so confident of the trust fall, and he had done it so many times, he had actually asked the youngest people in our youth group to come and demonstrate and to be the catchers. He asked a bunch of 6th graders. He was a full-grown man, probably weighed 225, was muscly, and he was trying to tell everybody watching on the side, look, it's so easy, it's so safe. Watch this. And he said, falling, and they said, yeah, fall, we're ready. And he goes, and man, those 6th graders dropped him like a rock. He didn't even have any resistance whatsoever, and bam, he crashed into the floor. And so he got up and said, no, y'all, I